All right, so here are the directions from CSP for the Type 1 Throttle Linkage Weber ICT or EMPI ICT. The instructions are not very good. It tells you to refer to figure 3, figure 4, but there actually isn't any figures. The only one that is included is this one. First step is going to be taking off this old linkage. It's a little bulky. It's just too much. I mean, you don't need, I just kind of feel like it's like overbearing. So it takes away from the cleanliness of that nice clean fan shroud, paint detail and all that stuff. And so I really want to just get that really nice clean look. So first we'll start with these two screws over here that hold the throttle linkage. This is the bracket. Don't lose those springs. Just got to get it loose. You don't have to take it out all the way and then take this out so you don't lose that. All right, there we go. All right, finally got that out. Linkage is out. All right, got the shop vac out. Next, we'll hit it with a little bit of engine degreaser. All right, let's get into this linkage here. So I also ordered this return spring that we are going to install on this. So install the return spring before you put this on your car. So we're going to have to remove this. So I use this really sharp pick to get the cap off, just to get it started. All right. That's where we need the 6mm Allen. All right, so remember how this goes. We got two washers here. There's a German bearing in there. And now we can put the spring on in between these two parts here. So a little hole. Slide that in there. Put our two washers back on. Put this back on. So now we just need to put this bolt back on. Make sure you torque it back down. Same thing with this one. Make sure you torque this one back down. We can put our cap back on. There we go. Got our return spring installed, and now we're ready to put it on the bus. So the position that I found that works is if you have the letters facing towards you, this is going to be turned like this, okay, in your car, with this part like this, the top part facing to the left, and then this is going to be parallel with the bracket. So you're going to want the spring right here. See that? So you're going to want it on the right side of this back bracket. So without tension on there, it's like that. Just when you put it on, you're going to twist it, and then it's going to bring your linkage back this way. So when you're pushing the gas, it's going to pull it like this, and it's going to want to return this way. So that's a position I found that works for the spring. It says step 1 to remove the ball pins of the socket ends and install them in the two holes at the bottom of the bell crank. So make sure you put those little tiny lock washers on there. So the next step is we need to loosen up that case bolt, because that's where we're going to mount the bracket, the center pulley. Luckily, I have enough threads there sticking out, so we should be good. So there is an adjustment screw in the back right here that allows you to adjust the height in the back. So you just got to get a small Allen right there. First unlock this. Now you can loosen up this Allen. On mine, I'm going to be sticking out a lot. That looks good right there. So we're just going to lock it in place. You can see it wants to come back this direction, so that's what we want. Right now, with the EMPI linkage, you see this one is pointed up, so we need to point it in this direction, and this one is pointed to the left, so we have to point it down. So we're going to go ahead and fix that right now. There's a tab right there. We're going to bend that down. Get in there with the screwdriver and just bend it. Okay, now we should be able to take this off. So that would mean it would go down like this. Put that back on. You're going to put this on. This would go in here like this. And it lines up a lot better now. So basically I'll just close it where it's in the closed position and then turn this in until it lines up with the hole. Just like that. I am going to have to do more adjustments because I still have to do this side. So let me take off this linkage here and then move this bar to this angle right here, 45 degrees to the right. So you can see in comparison, here's the CSP one. You can see how much difference they are off by. Install that like that. Lock washer on, or locking tab. Alright. And now you can see what I'm talking about. So to tighten it up, you turn it to the left. And then instructions do say to put the left-hand thread on the left-hand side, which makes sense. This is bottomed out right here. So let me adjust the other side to give me some more. Need to adjust this side. Bring this in a few turns. Right there. I also have the middle adjustment. So that one's going to be a regular right-hand thread. So we'll turn that in a little bit too. And I also don't like the way this wiring is going right now. I may zip tie it to the spark plug wires to hold it up out of place. Okay, I'm noticing something here. This is being pushed close. So there's tension on this. See, when I push it, it pushes it back. And this side is actually just loose. So does that mean that this is not providing any tension? There's a spring. I believe there's a spring inside here. Maybe that's what keeps this closed. But look at it, it's loose. So I'm gonna have to take this cover off to check out what's going on. Maybe that spring in there has failed, or maybe it's missing, because that's the only thing I can see that would provide any sort of return on this. No other springs located there. So that's something I'm gonna have to work on. So now we have another issue. I think this throttle cable is too long. you ideally would like this to be in this position. So then the throttle would pull like that. So when it's open all the way with your foot off the pedal, this would be in this position. So when you push it, it would go in. And right now it's like way out here. That is not going to work. My memory actually finally worked. I thought I had one of these stashed away from like 10 years ago, and sure thing, I sure did. So, see that throttle cable's too long. I'm gonna cut it, and I'm gonna use this on there. Hopefully this works. So the funny thing about this is actually a wire. It's not a cable. I guess you could call it a cable, but it's not strands. Cable, it's just one solid wire. So I'm gonna cut it. Ooh, I did cut it. That wasn't that bad. It's getting pretty short now, so this doesn't work. I'm screwed. Okay, so I'm there pretty tight. All right, looks good. Just tighten it up right there. Seems pretty good. All right, let's hook up this linkage. Okay, so this side is not long enough. Let's check this. Oh, I might have it on the wrong side. That's why. Because one of these is longer than the other. No, this is the shorter one. Looks like. Shorter one goes on the left side. All right, so the left side seems to be okay. That's where we want it at. Basically, want it in there nice and straight. But the right side doesn't seem to be long enough, so I might need to use this longer one. They gave me an extra one. Let's use this longer one instead. Okay, so I have switched over the parts onto this bar, and let's see if this works better. Yeah, this is going to work better. I think you can connect all these linkages before you mount it to your case and do it off the car. Okay, now let's tighten up the bolts in the back. So tighten this one up. All right, so everything seems to be fine, except I'm not getting the full return. See that? The tiny little bit of return, not going all the way back. I'm gonna put these springs on there, one on each side. These are the springs that I had on there before. It's gonna hook it up to the original spot that I had it, and then use a screw to hold the spring to the carburetor, and then screw it in right here. Gonna give me that extra little pull that I need right at the end. All right, let's see, test it again. Yep, getting the full return. Let's start her up. See how it works. So everything seems to be working okay on this end. Getting a nice return here when I do it by hand here, but when I press on the pedal with my foot, it sticks. And so I'm not sure why, but when you look over here, the angle of this stick is really tilted. It's not straight up and down. It's hard to tell from this angle, but it's really slanted. Like it's slanted this way. It's not straight up and down. And it's sticking up here at the pedal. Even when I operate it by hand underneath, it returns down here. But I don't know if you could tell the angle there is it's not straight. It's definitely slanted. So I'm thinking what I'm going to do is just go ahead and bite the bullet and go with the buddy bits because I want this linkage to be a lot smoother here and it's not operating smoothly. So I'm going to do that next. I tried using the original equipment and it's not functioning well. So we're just going to 86 it, go with the buddy bits. So we might be having some clearance issues right here. Seems to be fine. And then also right here, see how close it is to the engine tin. It's really close, but this tin is being pushed up. It's too high. And that's because I believe of this. The muffler has a block-off plate on it for the preheat tube, and it's pushing this tin up, which is causing this to be pushed up. So same issue on this side. So I do need to fix the muffler. I need to cut off those preheat tube flanges. But like I said, I think it's fine. Everything seems to be okay, but it's really just the pedal that is just not working properly. I'm gonna leave it like that for now, and then I'm gonna order the buddy bits and see how that works. All right, everyone, so that's gonna be it. I did get the linkage fully installed. There was a couple clearance issues that I'll deal with later, but I did definitely get everything set up with the CSP linkage. So I like the way it came out. I think it looks better. I just need to deal with the linkage system underneath the pedal. It's a little sticky still. I did replace it in the past with a Wolfsburg West rebuild kit and seemed to be okay, but I'm just gonna go ahead and upgrade to the buddy bits. It's better technology. It's gonna hopefully operate smoother and I won't get a sticky accelerator pedal. Back here, everything seems to be fine. So thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next video. I'm out. Peace.